Coming up next, we're talking to Dan from Summit Fitness about the Woodway Curve. Nate here from fitnessrecruitmentcafe.com, and I'm here with Dan from Summit Fitness. Welcome again.
Thank you. Thanks,
so the last time I spoke to you was about the Fit 3D.
Yes.
And by the way, we will extend that video and show you the graphics that you actually receive soon. So watch that video. But today we're talking about the Woodway Curve. So Dan, tell us about the Curve. It's definitely one of my favourite treadmills, non-motorised. I'll let you take it away.
So the Woodway Curve was the first in the non-motorised treadmills, based off a real focus on athletic performance, and a real treadmill that's based on running and getting that correct technique in an indoor environment. And really the focus for Woodway has always been the curve and the patented curve technology that they have.
And look, I've seen some videos online that are incredible. Just the athletes absolutely smashing out workouts. So the basis of it, and if you can help me understand, the higher up you are, the faster you go. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much. So the further up the curve you go, it's kind of like going downhill. So it's the further forward you go, the faster the belt's going to go back down. Right. So I guess with Woodway, the key is that with the curve as well, it's encouraging that forward lean.
Yes.
It's encouraging the correct running technique and the running style, anywhere from that forefoot to the flick through to being more in that forward position. So you'll find these alongside running tracks.
Yes.
So running coaches can stand right next to the athlete, being right there with them, and coach them through some really easy things to really advanced things. Anywhere from getting that foot strike to be underneath their body, to that forward lean position, to being tight through their pelvis, and instruct them on there. And the reason they can do that is because it's the same. It's the closest you're going to get to running on the land.
And that absolutely, as soon as you step on it and start taking a couple of strides, you actually notice the difference between that and a regular treadmill, right? It's a pretty incredible feeling.
So there's other things. I guess the key is that this doesn't have a deck. No. It's all just a belt system. And
how long does the belt last? Actually, out of curiosity, roughly.
Yeah. So a standard belt for a treadmill, you're looking around the 40,000 kilometres.
Yep.
So this lasts 250,000 kilometres.
250,000 kilometres. So I mean, I look at that and go, okay, so I mean, spin bikes are really low maintenance. The Woodway is probably the lowest maintenance treadmill possibly.
Absolutely.
On the market.
Yeah, it is. So
that's crazy. 250,000.
250,000, and then you look at things like there's no motor, so you don't have to.
No motor, no electricity.
No. The thing, you don't have to replace a deck. So with a treadmill, you're looking at a standard treadmill about 80,000 Ks. You're going to have to replace a deck, and there's some money in that. There's a lot of money in that.
So and the day-to-day operation of electricity, right?
Sure. Like you're throwing electricity, you're throwing maintenance, you're throwing belt repairs, deck. Like even if you look at this from just a corporate gym, a commercial gym setting, over that longer period, this is a more affordable.
And it's quite a very quiet machine, isn't it?
You're running on a belt. It's got that give. It's got that flexibility in it. You're not running on a belt that goes straight onto a piece of metal.
And it's a rubberized slats, aren't they?
Yeah, rubberized slats. Rubberized slats on bearings.
A lot of ball bearings, right? Now the other thing about these ones is that I experienced myself, tested it a couple of years back as well, is that you can get up to quite a high speed and then back to virtually zero relatively within a few steps.
So where that kind of leads is like we talked about before about performance running and being a treadmill that is the best at really getting into that correct running position and educating or training people for running. The second side of that is when you're doing things like high intensity interval training, where you need to do interval type work, where you go from that high effort, maximal effort to not much effort, to a walk, say for this example, you just can't do it on a standard treadmill.
No.
So when you slow down, it slows down. When you speed up, it speeds up.
Yeah, so a typical treadmill, you kind of dragged along at the pace that you set, whereas this, you're defined on your leg speed. So yeah, if you choose to slow down, it's going to slow down mentally, not physically.
So you think about a small group training situation, right?
Yep.
You've got your different stations set up.
Yep.
One of them, you might be doing a Tabata, right?
Yep.
So you might be doing a Tabata on some kettlebells, and you might be doing, someone else is doing some skipping.
Yep.
So you're doing that 20 on, 10 off.
Right.
You can do that on here. You get on, run hard for 20, walk for 10, run hard for 20. On a treadmill, you can't. You'd be powering down, waiting for that speed to drop, powering back up, right?
Yep.
So you take.
There's no lag.
There's no lag. You get. So in that circumstance, it works really well. When you're doing that format of training.
So for boutique gyms and that style of training, they're perfect. Have a row of Woodways.
Yeah.
You guys would love that.
I love it. Yeah, get a roll of them for sure. And even if you talk like a smaller studio, you're in a boutique type setting where they might have 250 members or something like that. They might be running small group sessions, 8 to 12 people. Really, they can get away with 2 of these. They're always pairing up different groups of exercises. And if you have 2 of these on the side, it really gives you that option to have that running element in your training. You don't have to run out into the factory lot. You're not running around the streets. The other thing is you can do that and then move straight into some power cleans. Move that straight into some chin-ups. So you might be doing 100-meter sprints and then moving into other things. So it really opens up what you can do.
Yeah, it opens up the dynamics. Well, that's great. All right, well, thanks, Dan. Thanks very much for that and going through the Woodway. It's a fantastic treadmill, and we'll see you next time.